Also, Instagram. Good morning. I hope you guys can see me and hear me. I don't know if you can. Comment and let me know. It looks like it's frozen on my end, so I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see if I can refresh everything. There we go. Maybe that's going to work. I think we're good. Let's hope. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me put you back a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. Let's see if I can. There. Okay, it looks like I'm live. I'm sorry, guys, about that. I'm so technology challenged. I swear it's like a curse with me because I set it all up this morning. Everything was good. I went to get ready, make my tea, all of that stuff. And then I came back and everything, you know how it is. So good morning to you all. I'm trying to adjust the camera a little bit, so sorry if there's anything crazy going on. Not really for YouTube, but more for Instagram, because Instagram makes me do the live like up and down, seeing that's the other way it needs to be. So that's basically why. So I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy by moving everything. I think I finally got it. Sorry. Happy Saturday to you all. You can see and hear now. Good. I didn't really like advertise that we were doing the live, other than I did say it on the preview episode. I did say it. But I didn't really have a chance to talk about it a whole lot before we actually did it. So hopefully people will see the notifications. And if you miss the live, at least on YouTube, you can go back and rewatch it. For some reason, Instagram doesn't let me save the lives that we do on like through the streaming channel through YouTube. I don't know why it won't let me save it, but it doesn't. So, but that's okay. You can go back and watch it on YouTube. So good morning to you all. I hope the picture's looking okay. The lighting looks pretty good right now. I don't know how I will see comments on both sides. Yes, I can actually. What flavored tea? This is a green tea. This tea is so good. Let me go get the box to show you guys because it's so delicious. I have to share it. I'll be right back. One of my sisters turned me on to this tea. It's called Yogi Green Tea Super Antioxidant. It's delicious. So yummy. It's got lemongrass, green tea leaf, licorice root, jasmine, green tea leaf, alfalfa leaf, burdock root, dandelion root. I mean, some fruits that I've never even heard of before. Pomegranate extract. It's delicious. So I highly, highly recommend it. It's very yummy. I've tried it with, because it says on the box, if you want a stronger tea to use 2 packets. And I've tried that before and it was too strong. So in fact, I need to go ahead and take this one out because I don't want to make it too strong. So 2 packets were way too strong, or 2 tea packets were way too strong for me. But the one is perfect, and I put a little bit of honey in it, and it's delish. Okay, yes, it's very, very yummy. All right, so I will be monitoring comments as much as I can. Becky and my mom are also here, my mom Dreama. They're also here in the chat. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask them in the chat box and we will do our best to answer the questions. I really just wanted to come on and show you guys a little bit of our collection that we're bringing to the shop today. I know a lot of you have already watched the preview episode, but this was just a time where we could come together and chat a little bit and answer any questions that you have, and just kind of, get you familiar with things again. And that's basically it. So I will show you some yarn, some project bags. If there's anything specific that you wanted to see, again, like a specific colorway or a specific bag, let me know and I can show that first. I can unravel the skein or untwist the skeins if you want to see them laid out. I also have Did I do? I have yarn caked up also because sometimes it's cool to see it like in the skein versus the cake versus the swatch, which I have that as well. So I'll try to remember to show the cakes of the yarn that we have coming to the shop today. Good morning. Speaking of that, let me just remind everybody that the shop update is today at 12 p.m. Eastern time in our Etsy shop. So if you are new to our updates, let me give you a brief rundown of how they work because it can get a little bit tricky, right? If you're trying to get on right at update time. So we add everything to the shop. The shop goes live. I mean, there's stuff in the shop now, existing things there already, but our new collection goes live at 12 p.m. Eastern time in the Etsy shop. Everything will be there that I've shown to you on the preview episode. All of the yarn, all of the project bags, all of the notions like stitch markers, needle stoppers, scissors, all of those things will be there. Typically, the project bags go very fast. Not typically, every time. Actually, they go very, very fast, usually selling out, within a few minutes. So if you want to, if there's a specific project bag that you want, or you just want to try to get one of our project bags, make sure that you go on and order that first. I wouldn't waste too much time, not waste, but I wouldn't spend too much time browsing around. That's why I do the wish lists and the preview episodes beforehand, so you guys are fully ready and prepared for the updates, because I know things go quickly and I get that. So make sure you know what you want. And also, depending on the like if let's say you're dead set on getting a medium size bag, well, that may not be possible. So if the medium's gone, try to get the small, or try to get the large, or whatever the case is. So that's really my only advice, is just to make sure you know what you want, make sure you have your account set up, make sure that you don't spend too much time looking at other things, because people can steal things out of your cart. Just because it's in your cart doesn't mean it's like secured on Etsy. So that's basically my spiel about Etsy. Gorgeous morning here in the Shenandoah Valley. Lovely to see you this morning. Looking forward to the update. Thank you. It's lovely to see all of you guys. I'm so glad you're commenting and you guys are here. Sound and pick is good. I've been so excited for your shop update today that yesterday I thought it was Saturday, and I was on my computer, oh no, refreshing for 15 minutes before I realized it was only Friday. That's funny. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad yesterday wasn't Saturday, because we needed that extra day. Yesterday, by the way, was Becky's birthday, so we celebrated her birthday yesterday. So happy birthday to you, Becky. It was fun. We went to Cheesecake Factory, and it was a lot of fun. But that's crazy that you did that. Well, at least you're prepared now, and today is for sure Saturday. It's like Groundhog Day. Melody, just set my alarm. I'll be biking with my friends, and I'll have to stop and make my purchases. Oh, that's dedication right there. Thank you. You're from Atlanta, Michigan, and sick of snow. Yeah, I heard you guys got like blizzard the last few days. That was crazy. I was like, isn't it already? Like, it's different here in Florida, because people, like, the weather's so different here than the rest of the country. So we're already warm. I've already had my air conditioning on. But then this week I had to put my heater on. It's like so hot and cold, literally, here this time of year. I was also sad when I thought it was Saturday yesterday and I missed the sale. Yes. Happy belated birthday, Becky. All right, let me check on Instagram. The preview is on YouTube. Yes. I'm feeling stressed. Oh no, don't feel stressed. Somebody else said that too, that Leah from Leah Loves to Knit, she said this 3 by the Sea updates stress is the only kind of stress that she thinks is fun. This is your first time here. Well, welcome, Michelle. If we buy in separate transactions, will you ship together and refund shipping on one? That's a great question. Normally, if it weren't update time, typically we do not combine any orders. So the short answer to your question is no, but let me explain that. The reason why we do not combine orders is because it gets very, very confusing when we try to do that when it's been a shop update and we're getting bombarded hundreds and hundreds of orders. I mean, we have to go and try and pull things. Etsy doesn't let you combine things very easily. So we can't do that. We tend to get confused and make mistakes when we try to combine things, as well as it's extremely time consuming to try to have to go back and figure out how much to refund them for the shipping. And I mean, during a regular not busy time, sometimes we can do that if it's not going to be confusing for us, but typically no, we do not combine orders. And it's not because we don't make money. We make zero money on shipping, so it has nothing to do with that. It's mainly because we don't want to make mistakes. We don't want to send out the wrong thing or miss something in your orders. It kind of messes up our whole assembly line of the way we ship out. So long answer is that. Short answer is no, we cannot. I was saying this on the preview episode that if you do place 2 different orders, you're not going to pay much more in shipping than if you placed one order, because it goes by weight anyways. So the more you add to your order, obviously the higher the shipping is. So typically you don't really save much by combining them anyway. So if there's something you really, really want, it's worth it to pay the $5-6 for the shipping to get it, to guarantee it. At least that's the feedback that we've gotten from customers who do it that way. They always say it's totally worth it to just, because it, guarantees you that you get what you want when you can order it right away. It's eustress versus distress. It's the good kind. Yes, I know it can be stressful, and I know that, it's disappointing when you don't always get what you want. However, it's just, I always try to have the mentality of like, don't sweat the small stuff type of thing, like in the end, if you try long enough, you will eventually get one. And again, we're only human and we can't mass produce things. These are handmade items. And so we only have so many, in other words. I feel like we're always sewing and always dyeing yarn and just constant. I mean, and I know that's our business. I'm not complaining about that. However, it, we can only do so much and we don't have any help right now. We want to hire some help and eventually we will be able to where we can produce more things, but we haven't done that yet. So hopefully that's to come this year. We're really, really hoping that we can hire someone to help us, or at least maybe a couple people. So good things to come for that. Okay, so enough chit chat from me. Let's talk about some goodies that are coming to the shop. And again, if there's anything specific that you want to see, let me know and I can show that. I wanted to show the project bag I wanted to show first is because we only have one size in this. This is in our extra large drawstring, which is such a nice size bag. And this is called You So Fluffy. So this one will only be available in this big size. It's such a good size. This is the XL drawstring, we call it. It's so cute. They're like little knitted sheep on the fabric. So that's You So Fluffy. I'm not going to cinch it up because it wrinkles it if I do that. And I don't want to wrinkle it yet. But that's the inside. There's pockets on the inside on the XLs. And it has this little outside tassel too. I have this bag in the small size and I love it. It's so cute. Get your bags ordered immediately. Yes, Melody, definitely. I have a sheep bag and it is so cute. Yeah, I love this print. And I love this size. You guys know I gush over this size of our project bags, but it's truly like my favorite for big projects. Okay, so that's You So Fluffy. And then I also wanted to talk about the Anne of Green Gables bags first, also because I wanted to let you guys know about this only being in one size, as well as there's only 5 of these. So this was a late addition to our collection. We weren't planning on doing this print, but when we decided to bring Kindred Spirits, which is that yarn back there, when we decided to do that yarn for the collection, Becky said she had a little bit of this fabric in her stash and she wanted to include a few of these. So there's only 5. So extremely, extremely limited, and it's only available in the medium drawstring size. It's really, really cute. It has some really pretty scenes from the story. Flowers and trees and the house. So I wanted to stress that it's extremely, extremely, extremely limited. And I guess this fabric is out of print. That's what Becky told me. So you can't get this anymore, which is a shame because it's so cute. I know there's so many other ones out there that are really, really cute, but this one's adorable. Okay, so since I'm talking about this, let me go ahead and talk about Kindred Spirits yarn. I'm just going to briefly show them to you and the bases that they're on. If you have the wish lists, then you've seen what bases they're on already. Basically, all of our main bases that we have all the time, it will be available on. I also put pictures in our Instagram and Facebook and added them to their stories, and I kind of blasted it everywhere just so you guys would have access to it in all different places. Okay, so this is Kindred Spirits. This was a mystery that we came out with a couple of years ago around this time of year. And it's so pretty. It's got lots of greens and blues, and there's speckles in here. There's pinks, like a pinky purple. It's really, really pretty. Perfect for spring. Green and pink go so well together. I also have swatches. This is the knit swatch. And this is the crochet swatch. All right, so we have it on our Sanibel base, which is fingering weight. And we have it on our Sanibel sock sets. It comes with this pretty orange mini. And then we'll have it on Destin, which is our DK, and Destin sock sets. They come with 2 minis. Our Amelia base, which is our Stellina base, and Amelia sock sets. And then our Coquina, which is an MCN blend fingering weight, and our St. Augustine Surrey base. So those are the options for you for the bases. I want to say someone made something with this and posted it in the Mermakers, our Facebook group, but that was a long time ago. And I can't remember now who it was. I usually save them so I can try to go back to them, show them later. But I forgot. But if you're part of our Mermakers Facebook group, if you go there and search, type in like Kindred Spirits, maybe it'll come up if you're part of our Facebook group. So here's the swatch again. So, so pretty. It's like a wildflower meadow or something. That's what it reminds me of. That's the one I'm hunting for. What, that project bag? Is it reasonable to buy them all asking for a friend? Of course. You've got to have all of them. Reminds me of Beatrix Potter, Peter Rabbit. Yes, very much so. Like that storybook, nostalgic look to it. Very like kind of vintage feel to it. Definitely. I can totally see that. All right, so that is Kindred Spirits, and of course there will be coordinating needle stoppers, and we have a couple carrot ones left over from last year. I think there's only like 2 or 3 of those though, so those were just left over from last year. But we do have some carrot stitch markers. Oh, and we also have this year. Let me show you because I brought it over here. This is really cute. Oh, here's the carrot stitch marker. That's so adorable. Hope the glare is not too bad. And then here is her hat. It's a silver metal charm, and then we put a little green bead on the top of it here. Sorry for moving it around so much. I'm trying to get it in shot. So that would be perfect to go with this set. What else do we have that would go? The carrots. We've got little birds. We've got little butterflies. Any of that, I think, would go. Any of those things that Anne loves. So that's Kindred Spirits, project bag, and yarn. Let me show you our songbirds. This is Songbirds. This is the next project bag that we have. It is on, I think, okay, so everything but XLs, I think, is what this one is. So these are the drawstrings, small and medium. I'm showing them backwards, I think. No, I'm not. I can't ever tell with the drawstrings. And then here are the 3 zipper sizes, small, medium, and large. Such a pretty print. I love this one. So vintage looking to me. It just reminds me of like, I don't know, my grandmother loved birds and she loved blue and yellow. So this one just really, I think I love it so much because it reminds me of my grandmother. She would have absolutely loved this fabric. Are you able to cake the yarn? Oh yeah, I forgot to show the cake. See, thank you for reminding me. I told you I had cakes and then I didn't share them with you. This is what the cake looks like of Kindred Spirits. It's so pretty. I want to make a shawl, like not a big shawl, like a little shawlette out of this colorway. I love it. Okay, so what else can I say about the project bags? Oh yeah, I was saying this reminded me of my grandmother. I absolutely love it. The zipper bags have a zipper pull on them. They all come with a little tassel. And there's a pretty yellow print inside on this one. So that is Songbirds. So gorgeous. I'm trying to keep these all together. Let me show you Morning Melody. That is our new colorway, another new colorway. This one's so pretty. I love this one. I love how light it is and how dainty it is. It reminds me so much of like spring and Easter. This is Morning Melody. It reminds us of birds and like in the morning time in spring when you hear the birds. I mean, here we hear the birds all day long, but especially in the morning times. You can probably hear them now because I hear them outside and they're not stopping. So that's Morning Melody. It reminds me of a grandma's kitchen in the 60s when they used to varnish decals on the kitchen cupboards. Yes, that are you talking about this? It totally, that is so true. Definitely. That's a good one. Okay, so Morning Melody, again, on all the bases, on sock sets, on the Coquina, the MCN, it looks so pretty. I love it on this base. The sock sets come with this beautiful light blue mini. It goes so well with it. It looks like the sky. It reminds me of the sky. Let me show you the gorgeous swatches too for this. And I'll show you the cake too. Look at the swatch. It's so pretty. It's so dainty. Like, can you imagine a beautiful like spring tea out of this? And here's the crochet. And I have the cake. The cake's so cute. Why are the cakes always so cute? I love the pops of bright yellow in it. And then there's even some tiny areas where the yellow and the blue mixed. So let me see if I can find a spot. You might find some areas where, plus there's green, there's like mossy green speckles in here too. You'll find some areas where the yellow and the blue touched slightly and it created this really pretty green color in here. It's ever so slight, but it's so pretty in those areas where it happens. And then of course these really pretty speckles too. So ready for spring? Yes, I can imagine. You love the colors, yeah. You're inspired by the Crazy Sock Lady? Yeah, she does a lot of good things. We love Kayla. We love her so much. We love her personally. We love all of her content. I'm always so excited when she puts out a new episode. I'm so excited that she's back to doing Crazy Sock Lady full time. That's just super exciting. Her content is always so good. The colors remind you of Easter eggs. Yes, me too. Like, it just reminds me so much of Easter, especially on the skeins that take that bright, like they get that real bright yellow. Like it just reminds me so much of eggs. I totally agree with that. So pretty, so perfect for this time of year. All right, I showed the cake, I showed the swatches. Let me get those out of the way. And, oh, let me show it with the bag because it looks really cute with the bag. If you like to match, some people like to match the bags and the and the yarn, and it just looks really pretty together. We have a good bird stitch marker set that would look really pretty with this. We also have a a little stitch or needle stopper set that says Welcome Spring, and it has a bird on it, a little blue bird. And that would be such a perfect set to have the yarn, the bag, and then those coordinating notions to go with it. I think that would be so cute. You love Kayla too? Yeah, so do we. Both of these yarns would be so pretty as a Sophie scarf for Easter. Yes, definitely. Ooh, that's a good idea. And I haven't made a Sophie scarf yet. See, you guys are inspiring me to make something. Such a beautiful spring colorway. I love that bag. Someday I will get a bag. You can definitely try today. You can get it. Go on and order it right away. Also, if you're ever, we're going to start doing our annual fiber festival, because Florida, we started a fiber, not we, but there is a fiber festival now in Florida called the Sun-Kissed Fiber Festival. And I think we're going to do it every year in January. So if you're ever here, you can get a bag in person, or if we do trunk shows. Oh, speaking of trunk shows, I forgot to tell you guys. Let me go to my notes because I wanted to tell you. Next weekend on the 28th and the 29th, we will be at Knit and Stitch Boutique in Cocoa Beach, Florida, for the Orange Blossom Yarn Crawl. It's a yarn crawl here in Florida that they do every spring. And I think the 28th and the 29th are the first 2 days of it. So it runs through next weekend and all through that week afterwards. And we will be there on Saturday and Sunday for a trunk show. And we'll have all of our stuff with us. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to tell you, sorry to hit you with news right in the middle of this, is that if you ordered our Friends mystery set, it's sold out now, but if you've already ordered it, that will ship out around the 31st. So because we're doing our trunk show on the 28th and the 29th, when we get back those next couple of days, we'll be packing it up and shipping it out to you guys. So at the end of the month, it will be shipping. I wanted to remind you all of that because I know you're all super excited about your Friends colorways. You bought a Scooby-Doo bag with the Mystery Machine to match the On the Case sock set. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's the one on the case is what Kayla from the Crazy Sock Lady is making right now. I noticed that she had started a pair of socks with it, and they're looking so cute so far. I'm dying to make a Sophie scarf. Yeah, me too. You have a horrible case of knit all the sock-itis. I go through phases like that too, where I just want to knit socks. And then I go through phases where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of over socks, but I'll always end up having one pair on the needles, always. But then I'll go through phases where I'm like, okay, I want to make some shawls, or I want to make, other things. So I definitely feel like I go through that as well. Usually during the summertime, I'm like, okay, I want to make all the socks, I guess, because it's warm weather. You're so ready for spring in New York, but right now it's snowing and raining. A great day for knitting. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine it snowing and raining. It's so hot out like right now. Well, it's not hot at the moment, but in general in Florida right now, it's very warm. This past week though was nice. It was our spring break for the kids, but the weather was kind of perfect. Although I was going to go back to water aerobics this week at the Y. This was going to be my week to start back because I was like, oh yes, finally I get a little time. I could take my son with me. He could go do the workout stuff while I go and do water aerobics. And then it was like 40 degrees on Monday morning and way too cold for the outside pool at our Y. Even though the pool's heated, it's still way too cold. So I guess I'll start back next week. Do shorty socks and then have enough to do both, or you now have a reason to buy 2 skeins. Don't follow me for financial advice. I've found that typically a shorty sock, if you don't use an alternate color for heels or toes or anything like that, if you're just using one color, usually with fingering weight yarn, you can, and I guess depending on your stitch count and all of that, but for a typical woman's size sock, I would say, I usually make like a 64 stitch medium size sock, but I do have a larger foot. I wear a size 9 shoe. So sometimes 9.5 actually. So, but I can usually make a one shorty sock with about 25-ish grams, maybe 30 grams of yarn for a shorty. So technically you could get 4 short, I mean, depending on your yardage and how much you have, you could easily get a pair of socks out of one skein. Even if you didn't make them shorties, you can do that as well. You just kind of have to, I mean, I've been making socks for so long now. I'm used to it, but you just kind of have to gauge like how long you want your leg to be. I like making shorty socks a lot, especially for here in Florida. I prefer shorties. But yeah, you can get quite a bit out of a fingering weight skein like our Sanibel base. There's a pretty little scarf like a Sophie scarf called Fight EB by Casapinka. It has a little bit of detail. That's interesting. I like the Sophie scarf too. Do you know what hours you'll be at Knit and Stitch on Saturday? Yes, we will be there like basically the whole day. I think whatever their hours are on Saturday, maybe 10 to 5, I think it is. And then Sunday, I think it's 12 to 4. Whenever they're open on Saturday and Sunday, we'll be there. We're there the whole time on both days. I want to say it's 10 to 5 on Saturday. All right, let me show you the next colorway. Actually, let me show you the next project bag. Because I did all that. This one's so cute. I'm obsessed. This one's called Sunday Best. This is all of them together. So they're on all the sizes and all the zippers and drawstrings. Let me show you the zippers first. This one's so adorable. The little, whoops. Oh gosh, what did I just do? What did I do? Why isn't it showing? Hold on, I'm sorry, I don't know what I did. There. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see me? I'm sorry. I dropped that bag and it hit a button on my computer. I feel like the substitute teacher right now, how they're all so, they have no idea what's going on in the classroom. And I'm not making fun of substitute teachers. I was a substitute teacher for a while and a real teacher as well. So, okay. Sorry about that. Where was I at? I was showing the bunny bags. Okay, so these are called Sunday best, because they're wearing their Sunday best. Let me make sure I stay away from my computer. Aren't they so cute in their little dresses? I love it. They're adorable. So all 3 zipper sizes, small, medium, large, as well as all the drawstring sizes. And these are a little bit different. The extra large has a yellow channel at the top, and the small and medium have the blue channel. They're so cute. This one also has a bottom to it, as a different color bottom. I love it. A nice light fabric inside. They're so sweet. Their little faces are just so cute in their dresses. I love it. So this one is Sunday best. This one also goes really well with our Morning Melodies colorway. Lots of those same colors in it. All right. So did I show everything for all of those? Yes. We'll also have some really cute bunny and Easter themed progress keepers. Like this one is, oh, you're not focusing. There we go. Sorry if I was out of focus there. That one's really cute with the bunny and the Easter basket. Oh, look how cute this one is. These are new little bicycles. Okay. Focus. Those are so cute. We have a bunny gnome charm. I must not have it on autofocus. Oh, here's the birds. I didn't realize I brought them over here. Those are really cute. We've had these birds off and on over the years for a long time, and they're always so popular. Look at these gnomes. These are really cute. They're little pink and green gnomes, and they have flowers. This one's holding a butterfly. Those are really cute. Where can I go to download the shopping list? If you click on the link, let me go to our link tree. I'm going to put the link in here. I think you'll be able to click on it, hopefully. Copy. Paste. So this is the link that I just put in the comments to our link tree page, which is an info page where you can find all of our information. And there I have the links to the shopping lists. Sunday best makes me think of a little girl dressing up in their Easter dresses. Yes, I remember being that little girl. I remember my mom used to make my Easter dresses. And I remember like being so excited to wear them on Easter Sunday. Super, super excited. And they were always so cute, little baby doll dresses. And oh, I have a very vivid memory of that, of my mom making my dresses. And those little dresses that the girls are wearing definitely remind me of that. All right, I'm going to put Morning Melody away so I can show you another colorway. I'm going to show you the next project bag first, because it kind of goes with this one somewhat. So our project bag, He Is Risen, is coming back. We had this 2 years ago, I think. I think it was 2 years ago. And we've had so many people request this print again. It's so pretty. Such a nice neutral background with then these pops of color with on the crosses with the flowers, with the green and the pink. There's pink crosses. There's a brown cross and then a darker one. They're so pretty. They have a nice peachy, sort of pinky inside fabric. And then so it's available on small and medium drawstrings, and then on all 3 of the zipper sizes. Small, medium, and large. It's so pretty. Same lining inside on the zippers. I love it. I know so many of you were happy that we were bringing that one back. We had so many requests for it after we brought it out the first time. Sunday best reminds me of my childhood and dressing up in swirly dresses. Hats and gloves. You had to wear your Sunday best. All right, so that is He Is Risen. We have several coordinating notions as well for that one. These new crosses are so cute, and I did not realize these were glow in the dark until the other day. I was taking pictures of them in my light box, and which is like a super bright box that you take your pictures in for stuff, like product pictures. And when I pulled them out of the light box, I guess because they'd been sitting under that bright light for so long, they started glowing. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. So here's pink. They're glittery. Here's pink and blue. Hope that's focusing. And then we have white and yellow also. And they glow in the dark for sure. Not even the dark. I just pulled them out of the light and they did that. And then we also have these returning as well. We had these last year. There's pink and like a bluey teal color, and they say Jesus on them. So pretty. We also have a new cross. Oh, do I not have it over here? We have, it's very similar to the one from last year, but it's different. We couldn't find that one, I don't think. So we got one that's a little bit different. It's a little bit bigger, not much bigger, a tiny bit bigger, maybe a couple millimeters, but it's also in silver and gold, and it has rhinestones on it. I knew I was going to do that. Here's the gold one. So pretty. It's so sparkly. It's got a little bit different detail on it than the other one. And the silver. Same exact thing. It's just silver. It's so pretty though. So those go really well with that project bag. I think that's it for those though. Let me show you Butterfly Garden. This is Butterfly Garden. It's so pretty. This is a colorway we've also had in the past a couple of years ago, I think. I think it was 2024 when we had it. Well, we had it maybe 2023, and then we brought it back again the year after. It's all a blur at this point. We've been doing this so long, but it's on all of our bases. It's so pretty. It's like a, it's called Butterfly Garden because we designed it after a project bag that we had called Butterfly Garden, which was like it had butterflies and moths, and it was like a really pretty spring project bag. And this was the colorway that we came out with that complemented that bag. So that's why this is called Butterfly Garden. And it's got such a pretty mix of green, and there's even a little bit of blue in there. There's gold. There's a purple pink color. It's so pretty. It knits up gorgeously. The sock set comes with 2 minis. Lilac and Serene are those colorways. Those were 2 tonals that we had in the past. We're bringing lilac back this time as well. Look at it on the Surrey. How pretty that is. I love it. So glad you brought that back. The cross bag. I love it whenever Crazy Sock Lady shows hers. Yes, she has one. I love bags that display my faith. Yes, me too. That one's a perfect one for it, especially for this time of year as well. What was I? Sorry, I realized I wasn't checking comments on Instagram. The little white socks with ruffles and hats and the elastic band that my brother would snap under. Heading out for my first bike ride of 2026. How exciting! Hi, Gina. Just joining. I'm not sure if you showed this already, but how does Lilac and Flamingo look together? I will show them together in just a few minutes, but that's the 2 of them right there. I'm not pointing very well. I will show them in just a moment. Okay, so back to Butterfly Garden. Let me show you the swatches. And here's the beautiful cake. Here is the cake. And here are the swatches. This is the knit, the knit swatch. And the crochet swatch. And I have a sample for you as well. Where did I put it? Where'd the socks go? Here they are. This is a pair of DK weight socks that I made a couple years ago with Butterfly Garden. And this is my Serene Socks pattern. So 1 skein of DK weight made 2 full-size socks, and I didn't even use a contrast color. So pretty. I love them. All right, so that is Butterfly Garden. It goes really well with the bag too. Such a nice set together. Thanks for showing the cakes. It's always so satisfying when you see the yarns all caked up. I completely agree. They're so cute, little cakes. It's cool to see it go from, like, let me show you the skein. From skein to cake and then to swatch. It's cool to see the transition, I feel like. This one is a little more subtle because of the colorway, but sometimes it's hard to tell what things are going to look like just from the skein. That's why we do the swatches. Because some colorways, you're like, how in the world is that going to work up? This one is a little bit easier to tell. When do the bags go on sale? At 12 p.m. Eastern time today in our Etsy shop. The link to the shop is, if you're on Instagram, just go to our main page and click on the link in our bio information, and it'll take you to our Linktree page, which will take you to Etsy. Or you can just go straight to Etsy and type in 3 by the Sea Designs, and it will take you there. But they go on sale at 12 p.m. today, Eastern time. Yes, one skein of DK is enough to make that pair of socks. I only used one skein, and I didn't even have to use a contrast color, which is nice. If you wanted to make them longer or a different stitch count, then you could use a contrast color just to make sure you have enough yardage. I don't remember how much these weighed. I don't have my scale right here with me, but I was able to get, and I think I even had a little bit left over. And that's a pretty full size, woman's sock. So this was probably a small or a medium, probably a medium. Okay, I have a couple more things to show you. One more colorway and one more project bag. And then some tonals too. Our last new colorway is called In Bloom, and it's so pretty. And the matching or the coordinating project bag is also called In Bloom. It's adorable. I think that's all. Yes. All right. Here is In Bloom. Look at those pops of color in there. It's so fun. It's on a pink base, and then you're going to see pops of darker pink. You'll see pops of teal and aqua, some peachy kind of salmon colors. There's a nice spring green. So pretty. The sock set comes with a spring green mini. I love it. And then, of course, it'll be available on all the bases. I'll briefly go through them. Surrey, Stellina, not Siri, Surrey. My phone always, whenever I say Surrey, she thinks I'm talking to her. She thinks Siri thinks I'm talking to her when I say Surrey. Oh no, why did it do that again? I didn't even touch you. What does that mean? Oh, okay. I don't know why this thing's being like this today. Being quite moody. There. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why it's being like that. It's really frustrating. Okay. I'm sorry. It's being really sensitive today, this cord, and like, I don't know. I don't even know if it's that. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm scared to touch my camera now. All right. So back to what I was showing you. I was showing you In Bloom. But you guys get the idea of what it looks like, sock sets and singles for In Bloom. Swatches often sell a colorway. That's good to know. Yeah, I feel like they can give you such a good idea of what the yarn will look like knit up and crocheted too. It doesn't, I mean, you know, it doesn't cover all the bases as far as, because it's knit flat across, you know, 35, 40 stitches. And it's usually on a smaller needle, and it's the fingering weight. This is the swatch for In Bloom. We always swatch on our Sanibel base. So different bases look different, different projects look different, but it just gives you a little bit of inspiration and a little bit of an idea of how the colorway is going to look in a fabric. Socks might look different versus, you know, a knitted flat shawl. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. This would make a great spring tee as well. And then let's show the cake. Where'd the cake go? Here it is. Here's the cake. So cute. All right. Hey, Laura, how are you? Do you have to order through Etsy? Yes. That's where we're at. We're still working on our website. I know I say that all the time, but we're definitely still working on it. Love the yarn. The bags sell out. Oh, sorry. Laura loves yarn. The bags sell out quick, so be sure to act fast. Yes, that's very true. Okay, let me show you the In Bloom project bag because it's stunning. The fabric is so pretty. It just pops so nicely. Look at that pop of color. This is In Bloom. It's on small, medium, and large zippers. And then all the drawstrings as well. So small, medium, large zippers. And then let me show these. Small and medium drawstrings. And the XL drawstrings. I love this print. Teal and orange are my favorite color combination. I think besides purple and yellow, I love that combination as well. Like lighter color, light purple and light yellow together is so gorgeous. But I think teal and orange might be my favorite color combo. And you can see that right there with the teal and the orange pop. So this is In Bloom. Basically what we did was we pulled all of the colors out of here and we put them into a skein. We even pulled that darker teal that's in here out in the leaves. We pulled that out and we put it on like a pink background. So you see a pink base. That's why you see that pink base and then all those pops of color. we pulled out of this. This was our inspiration for it, definitely. So that's In Bloom. I already showed the cakes. I already showed the swatches. All right, I'm going to show you the tonals. I know you guys were asking about those. Oh, let me show you also something that goes, since we're talking about tonals, something that goes really well with In Bloom is our Totally Teal and our Peachy Keen tonals. Look how pretty this all looks together. Currently, Totally Teal and Peachy Keen are in the shop. I don't know how much of Totally Teal there is. There might not be a lot left. But if you already have Totally Teal, or if you want to snag one when you're getting your other yarns, they are available. And then Peachy Keen is also available. That we came out with that last month. But look how pretty that looks with In Bloom. Our tonals that we have for the collection are this pink and this purple. This purple is lilac, and the pink is flamingo. We've had lilac in the shop before, but we've never had flamingo in the shop. Oh my goodness. Something must be wrong with my camera. Maybe that's my cue that it's time for the live to be over. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I think maybe there's something wrong. Okay, so let me briefly go over these before they get cut off again. So flamingo and lilac will be available on all the bases. Grab them to show you. Here is Surrey, Amelia, Coquina, and Destin. So DK, MCN, Stellina, and the Surrey base. And they look really pretty together. I think the pink and the purple look great together. You could even do the Peachy Keen with it. So there's definitely tonal options for you to go with everything. All right, what else? Oh, I have a swatch of lilac. I don't have a swatch of flamingo yet. We haven't made that one yet, since that was, we had made flamingo for the trunk, or not for the trunk show, for the this is Peachy Keen. But we had made it for our fiber festival. Okay, is there anything else I didn't show? Do you guys want me to go over anything again, or if you have any other questions, please let me know. We'll have new, we're bringing back our scissors. These ones are really cute with the sheath, the matching sheath. The only new one that we're going to have, we have the blue one, the pink one. And then we have more of our hot pink one, which is really cute. And then our newest one, I don't think we've ever had this one. We've had this gold sheath before, but we've never had this color of scissors. It's really cute. It's like a ombre, and it goes from yellow to green. Isn't that pretty? And it comes with this gold cover. So that's our newest color. We'll be restocking those. We restocked our pierogi charm because you guys sold us out of that one again. That one's probably been by far our most popular stitch marker, is the little pierogi. So we have more of those. What else? Lots of new stitch markers, lots of new needle stoppers. And then, of course, the yarn and the bags. I think that's everything. If you have time before the update at 12, go on and watch some of the preview if you need more details of it, or you can download the wish lists. That might help you. But it's getting close to update time, which is very, very exciting. We've all had a lot going on the last couple of months, so getting this update together was proved a little more challenging than updates in the past. I mean, the updates are always a lot of work. We put in a lot of yarn, a lot of project bags. Like, there's a lot of making going on. So it's always a lot of work. But it's worth it because it's so nice to see when the collection all comes together, especially when all the yarn's together, like it is behind me. And it's so nice to see it when all the bags and everything like coordinate nicely. It's nice to see it all come together at the end. But definitely a lot of work. So I do have one project that I've been working on that I wanted to show you. It's not, it's almost finished actually. And it's for Becky. She already knows about it. She's already seen it and everything. So it's no surprise. I was going to give it to her for her birthday yesterday, but I didn't get it done in time. Surprise, surprise. But it's so close, like literally just a few rows from being finished, but then I have to block it and then I have to add something to it. So, which I have to add fringe to it, and I've never done that before. Have I ever added fringe to anything? I don't know if I have. So I have to do that. So let me grab the project, and as long as my camera is working okay, I'll keep going for a few more minutes. If it shuts off again, I'll probably end things because I don't know what's going on with it. Let me grab the project. As soon as you see the bag, you're going to know what this project is. Look how fat the bag is now, because this is all scarf basically in here, because I think I only have 1 or 2 skeins in here. So this is all project in this. But it's in my Night Divine project bag, which was, we had not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before. Isn't that pretty? And it is my Yuletide scarf that I've been working on forever. Like, I don't even know. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start, and I had done this before, but I forgot to do it. I had started writing down on the pattern when I started the projects. And I know I could keep that in my project pages and all that, but I don't have time to keep up with all that. So this is my Yuletide scarf from, this pattern is from Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. And it's a long tube that you make out of DK weight yarn. It was meant, I think, for an advent calendar because there's 24 stripes. And then you use a contrast color in between each stripe to give it some definition. And I'm using our Night Divine minis set that we had at the same time that we came out with that project bag. I don't even know how I'm going to show this. It's so long. Let's see if I can back up and show it. Wasn't that pretty? So the Night Divine set was 12 colors. So I just repeated the colors once to make the 24 stripes. And I'm on the very last color. I just have a few rows left of this color. So it goes from, well, I started on this end. Let me show you the end I started on. I started with this dark blue, and it was a fade. So we went from the blues, we went from the dark bluey purple colors into more of a bluey green, and then up into the aquas. And then we started with the pinks, and then like a coral color and more into the magenta. And then I started over again with the fade. Let's see if this is the middle part. So you could wrap it around like this. You could do all kinds of different things. Isn't it so pretty? So the pattern calls for fringe. And Becky said she wanted the fringe to be in this darker blue color. So I'm going to put that on at the end. I know you close this up when you're done because it's just a tube. You close this end and then you go back, and I don't know, I have to look at the pattern. You close this end. I don't know exactly what instructions she gives, but you sew this up together or stitch it together, and then you add your fringe. So she has a video tutorial on how she did it. So I'm going to watch that and see how she recommends doing it, because I'm pretty sure I've never added fringe to anything. So I used our gold colorway in between each color. I used our gold tonal, and it really makes those colors pop. It's so long. It's like never ending. I can't believe I'm at the end. I also am making one for me too. And I'm using our silver colorway in between. And I'm not very far into mine. So I've got a lot to do, and I'm thinking about modifying mine. I'll explain more about that on a regular podcast on what my thoughts are on that, because I'm thinking about making it into a cowl. So, but more on that another day on my scarf. Becky's is almost done. So that's the one project that I thought I would have time to show you guys today. I'll record a regular episode probably next weekend or next week, end of next week. Actually, no, that'll be right before our trunk show. So have to be the week after because we got to get ready for our trunk show. All right. You love it. Beautiful scarf. Thank you. Scarf looks great. Thanks. I really love how it turned out. Scarf is beautiful. Gold really sets it off. I think so too. That gold is such a nice pop. Fringe is super easy to make. Okay, good. I know it's basically just like knotting it or something. I'm not sure. I've briefly looked at how to do it, but I'm excited to watch Kate. Kate always has the best video tutorials for her patterns. And she always does such a great job at explaining things and showing what she's doing. So I'm excited to watch her video tutorial on how to add the fringe. She had such a great, I don't remember if it was on this pattern or if it was on one of her sock patterns, but she has a great tutorial included in the pattern, I think, on how to weave in the ends of because she recommends that you weave in the ends as you go on this, because otherwise you're going to have to turn out this long tube, and so once it gets to a certain point, it's hard to get it inside out, that type of thing. So she recommended weaving in the ends as you go, like once you've finished that section and you've moved on to the next section. And I really like the way she shows how to weave in her ends. It makes it look almost like seamless, because there's can be a jog when you're doing stripes. So the way she described it and the way she showed it was such a nice way to do it. So anyway, long story short, she does a great job on her tutorials. Okay, so let's stuff you back in there. This is our large size, and as you can see, it fits everything. And I have 2 skeins of yarn in the bottom of this also. All right, let's see any last comments. Where is the trunk show going to be? I'm here in Gainesville. The trunk show is at Cocoa. It's at Knit and Stitch Boutique in Cocoa, Florida, Cocoa Beach area, which for you from Gainesville, that's probably like a 2.5 hour drive down it's on the East Coast. And it's at Knit and Stitch Boutique. Let me look up their website. I'll put a link in it. I'll put a link to the shop in it. Dottie is the owner of Knit and Stitch Boutique, and she's so nice. We love her. There is a link to their website. We wholesale with them, and so they could have some of our yarn in stock right now, and probably things that we don't have in the shop ourselves. So you could check out their website as well, and all of their contact info and location are all on their website. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you're all ready and excited about the shop update. I know we are. Bye, everyone. May the get a bag odds be ever in your favor. I love that. You guys are so great. Thank you so much for sticking around for this 1.5 hour live. This was a lot of fun to do with you, and I hope we were able to answer all your questions. If you have any additional questions, you can always email us or message us on Instagram, and we would be happy, or Facebook, however you can get a hold of us. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Happy spring. Was today the first day of spring, or tomorrow, or yesterday? I don't know. It's spring-ish. So happy spring. Have a great weekend. Good luck to all of you for the shop update. I hope you're all able to get what you wanted. And if not, just remember, we'll have more in the next update. So take care, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for joining us today. Bye.